Hello, I'm Remington Hernandez. Let's take a look at the news from across the country and around the world. Our top story today, a Michigan airport was temporarily closed after an officer was attacked. The incident happened at Bishop International Airport in Flint. According to the FBI, one of the airport police officers was stabbed in the neck. The suspect was taken into custody and was questioned by law enforcement. The FBI led the investigation, which also includes local, state, and federal agencies. As of 5 o'clock Wednesday afternoon, the FBI said this was an isolated incident and there was no specific threat indicating a threat to the Flint community. The FBI said it was too early to determine if the act was terrorism. The airport reopened at approximately 5 p.m. and began reworking to get back to normal operations. A 10-year-old boy was the first victim of Tropical Storm Cindy. The incident happened in Fort Morgan, Alabama at around 10:30 Wednesday morning. That's when the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office responded to reports of a drowning. Once deputies arrived on scene, they learned a 10-year-old boy from St. Louis, Missouri had walked outside of his family's condo. The boy's father told deputies that a large piece of driftwood was pushed into the boy by a wave. The boy's father and a bystander quickly took the boy inside and began trying to resuscitate him, while others called 911. Fire and rescue crews arrived on scene and also attempted to resuscitate the boy. Their efforts were unsuccessful and the boy was pronounced dead at the scene. The Baldwin County Sheriff's Office says the Alabama coast has been experiencing the effects of Tropical Storm Cindy. The storm is expected to take landfall in Texas and Louisiana border, but has already affected shores as far as Florida. An F-16 fighter jet crashed at a training exercise in Houston. The crash happened at approximately 10:30 local time at Ellington Field Joint Reserve Base in Houston. The jet was from a detachment of the 138th Fighter Wing. NORAD says the jet crashed on takeoff and the pilot ejected safely. The pilot received minor injuries and was taken to a local hospital. Ellington Field was evacuated and closed for a short time, and 2 nearby roads were temporarily closed as well. And in politics, the most expensive election in U.S. history has concluded in Georgia's 6th district. The race was between Democrat Jon Ossoff and Republican Karen Handel for the seat formerly held by Tom Price, who left the office to serve as Secretary of Health and Human Services. Nearly $50 million was spent on the race that began in February. Karen Handel beat Jon Ossoff with 51.9% of the vote. The previous most expensive election involved House Speaker Paul Ryan and cost $19.8 million. A man was trafficking cocaine out of the same house where he ran an unlicensed daycare center, according to a lawsuit. The Los Angeles County Attorney Mike Feuer alleged that the large-scale cocaine sales took place at the unlicensed daycare in northeast Los Angeles. Within the past month, more than 20 kilograms of cocaine with an estimated $430,000 in wholesale value were recovered from the property. In 2015, the owner of the home, Felipe Telemonte, was arrested on drug and child endangerment charges. The daycare catered to children between 2 and 7 years old and is located within 900 feet of an elementary school. Investigators observed children being dropped off at the home throughout the day, and numerous children were seen playing on the patio. The city's attorney's lawsuit seeks to have the property closed and the owners pay for the cost of the investigation and legal fees. The city attorney will also seek a restraining order to shut down the illegal daycare. Queen Elizabeth II outlined the plan for the British government in a speech Wednesday. The speech was delivered to both House of Lords and Parliament and is ceremonial kickoff to the Parliament after an election. The speech is written by the Prime Minister and her staff and presents goals for the future of the United Kingdom. In her speech, Queen Elizabeth highlighted the government's plans to exit the European Union, otherwise known as Brexit.
My Lords and members of the House of Commons, my government's priority is to secure the best possible deal as the country leaves the European Union.
The Queen also assured that the government will work to improve the economy and reform public programs. And remember, you can stay up to date on all these headlines and more by heading to our website, mynews26.com, and checking on the national and world section.